OGM News FM for news and entertainment. Sounds pretty good to me. For news and entertainment. Sounds pretty good to me.
Oh, this is going to be a big one, big one in Emirates Stadium. What you've all been waiting for. This is going to be the night in London where they put out a statement. Clear, if they have to lay any claim to this Champions League, it has to be tonight. Tonight or no other night. If Mikel Arteta and his men are about to establish themselves in Europe, it has to be tonight. It's got to be a game of sending a huge message across Europe that finally, Arsenal is here. And just so you know, surprisingly, shockingly, these two teams that are about to meet have never won the Champions League. They have never, both of them have never won the Champions League, even when it is still being called Europe Cup. Okay? They've never won it. So these two have a lot to lose in this game. They have so much to lose, and they have to give it all. They have to give it all. Arsenal versus PSG coming up your way in few minutes. The guys are already coming up on the beach and they are already getting geared up. And the match is about to get started. And it's going to be a hot one, a big one, a big match today. Tonight is going to be a big match. And now,
storm is coming.
The storm is coming, and it is going to be here on OGMNewsFC.com. Football League Fest.
Unbeatable.
Always unbeatable on Football League Fest. You just hang in there because this is going to be a huge one.
Rogers moving the ball quickly on the back of Ramsey, and the shot comes in. Blocked. Another attempt. Now it's seated. What is making the three for Aston Villa? It's making the three for Aston Villa. What is going on with young boys? What is going on? What is going on? But then you cannot question the way Aston Villa is playing at the moment.
If you are not part of the Football Commentary live show, you are missing. Catch up with every football action in Europe. It is Football League Fest on OGMNewsFC.com.
Down. Can Arsenal respond? Look outside now, moving the ball quickly on the byline. Cross comes in the long one to find Martinelli. What can Martinelli do here? One-on-one with Kyle Walker. Cross comes in. A swing of the forward by Kai Havertz. Well defended by Man City to clear that one.
OGMNewsFC.com, final destination for football story. Football League Fest. Truly unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Truly unbelievable on Football League Fest. And it is unbeatable here on Football League Fest on OGM News FM Radio. It's a presentation of OGMNewsFC.com. Now, I'm guessing you haven't been visiting that website lately. So run now and go subscribe to that website for your football news and every happenings in football world. And don't forget, by June, it's going to be America, baby. America is going to host the Club World Cup. And it's going to be the first FIFA World Cup edition that includes so many clubs. It's going to be a feisty one in the U.S. So, but that is not the story today. The huge story today is that Arsenal is facing PSG at home at Emirates. And this is one and only chance for the two of them to lay a claim to that powerhouse of Europe. because now the stage is open for Arsenal after badly beating Real Madrid. That alone is a huge statement. But don't think for a second that PSG is gonna cower out. Don't think for a second that PSG suddenly, because Arsenal already beat them once this season, that they're gonna cower out and say, no, these guys are just too much. No, they're gonna be again. They're gonna bring the war to Emirates. So, Arsenal, are you ready? Arsenal, are you ready for this one? Because it's gonna be a huge one. Now, every football fans getting ready to witness this. Are you ready? Because this is gonna be a big one. You just hanging tight, hanging there. Because on OGMNewsFC.com, we bring you Football League Fest, a full football commentary in which we dissect step by step, pace by pace, play by play, and pass by pass. And then, of course, most importantly, goals of the night. Football League Fest. It is always unbeatable. It is always unbeatable. And I'll be right back with you when the game kick off fully. Right about now, the guys are set up. They're getting to go on at each other.
Don't you use FM for news and entertainment? Sounds pretty good to me.
All right, we're about to kick up right about now. We are about to kick off. PSG to start with things here at Emirates Stadium. Then the pass. Kick off here at Emirates Stadium. The game is on. The game is on with PSG starting off. PSG starting things off here against Arsenal. Of course, we expect this one to be a very feisty one. Bukayo Saka now going back to Saliba. Saliba with a long ball, trying to find Trossard up front. Now quickly, forward driving in deep to these one. Let's go through the lineup. PSG now in control in the middle of the pack. Moving the ball well. Finding the pace. Finding the man. And of course, it is Mendes. And PSG got tackled. The ball will quickly go to a throw for PSG. Very animated. Mikel Arteta on the sideline. You will know he meant business here. They say it's going to be a very serious one. No kidding around. PSG now playing from the back. Moving the ball well with Pacho. And pass back to the goalkeeper, Donnarumma. Donnarumma finds Hakimi. Hakimi will move the ball forward. A long ball now, trying to find Neves up front. But that once is a loose ball. And immediately Arsenal back on the ball. Ball lost in the middle of the park with a prayer coming from PSG. Of course, this is by no means going to be a very easy one. But then Arsenal have the first shot at actually getting something from this match because they are hosting at the moment. This one is taking place at the Emirates Stadium. If it's going to happen, it better be happening at the Emirates Stadium. PSG back on the ball. Pacho. Move the ball to Marquinhos. Ball found Neves. Neves will go back to Vitinha, who has been very, 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 very important for PSG in the middle of the park. And now Dembele, the star boy for PSG. He's definitely one to watch in this team tonight. Vitinho found Neves. Hakimi picked it up. Back to Vitinho. PSG having most of the ball at the moment. Mendes pick out none other than Dembele in the middle of the park. Dembele will make a run now. And now he finds Gravashila. He dribbles into the box. Found Dembele. And that is the first shot. That is a goal for PSG. It is a goal for PSG. Shocking surprise here. Oh my word, what is going on with Arsenal? Right from the start, PSG kicked things off. This is, of course, not the same PSG that Arsenal met a while ago. This is a different PSG. The only thing missing in that old PSG is Dembele. And he's showing up with a very special shot. Beat the goalkeeper, the far left of the goalpost, bottom corner, bang. Number one goal, PSG. And right away, Arsenal will chase the game. What a shocking surprise we have in our hands. Now this story is about to take a different trajectory, and immediately Declan Rice calming things down for his group. But I think Arsenal has to watch it because it's not good at all to chase the game at this very stage. Dembele has done his thing wonderfully. This is the same Dembele that Barcelona captured from Borussia Dortmund, but wasn't able to live up to his height. But now it's showing up for PSG in the league level and now in the Champions League. Can Dembele lead PSG all the way to their first Champions League glory? Or will Arsenal put a stop to that in this semi-final? Of course, Luis Enrique will be the most happy manager at the moment, but it's just 6 minutes on the clock. So the time is very much on their side, Arsenal. Quickly, the lineup for Arsenal. Mikel Arteta man line up with David Raya in goal. And back four is Jurrien Timber, Saliba, Kiwa, and Lewis Kelly. And in the middle of the pack is Odegaard, Rice, Marino. And in going forward for Arsenal is Bukayo Saka, Trossard, playing a false nine, and Gabriel Martinelli. What a shot from Dembele, nevertheless. What a shot to beat the goalkeeper. Was a fantastic shot into the bottom corner. Wonderful layup. No excuse about these. Arsenal really slept up from that fox blown of the weasel. And it does look like PSG capitalized on that. So on the bench for Arsenal, who is on the ball now? For PSG, immediately back on the ball. These Luis Enrique PSG is looking sharp. Not the same PSG or not the same Luis Enrique team that we are used to. They're moving the ball now. Vitinha from the middle of the park for PSG. He will find Sheila, who lay off that assist for Dembele. PSG moving the ball well in the middle of the park. Going at it. Arsenal still laid back in their possession or approach. Now, another very, very good dribble into the area. Can this one put Arsenal again? But dealt with, do it, moving the ball quickly into the area. Dembele with a puck pass that almost pick up his target in the middle of the box. But Arsenal dealt with that. Timber now. The goalkeeper, David Raya. Arsenal moving the ball at the back. This is dangerous anyway. But they go at it, trying to play from the back. Declan Rice, pick it up. Going to the middle of the park now. Declan Rice. He found Timber now. Timber. The slide through to pick out Scully. Now, just so you know, Partey is missing in this lineup as well for Arsenal. And now Martinelli runs through. Martinelli will cross the ball. Martinelli. Ball was blocked by Makihos. And it will be a corner kick for Arsenal. On the bench for Arsenal is Oyedeji, Henry Francis, Setford, Tabia, Neto, Uwaneri, Stanley, Tierney, White, and Zezeko. And of course, in the lineup for PSG is Donnarumma in goal for Luis Enrique's man, Hakimi, Makihos, Pacho, and Nuno Mendes will be in the back four. And in the middle of the pack is Julio Neves, Vitinha, and Rui. And going up front in the attacking position is Doe. Dembele, of course, will be the striking position. And Karavishila will be coming from the left wing. Arsenal corner kick, header. But the ball popped wrongly from Saliba there. And PSG immediately run at a counter-attack. But that will be blocked by Trossard. And immediately there, the referee deemed that to be a foul on Hakimi, who was running at Arsenal. PSG with a free kick. Free kick immediately taken. Pacho move the ball, thread it to the middle of the pack for P. Karashila will pick it up. Now Dembele, the goal scorer, spreading wide for Hakimi. Now at the edge of the box, a shot taken by PSG, but David Raya watched that all the way and make a save. Wasn't going anywhere, the goal anyway, but he has to make sure of that. Surprisingly, Arsenal completely caught sleeping earlier on here. 11 minutes on the clock, and PSG leading here at Emirates Stadium. PSG sticks the ball in the middle of the park. Vitinha now. Vitinha finds Hakimi. Neves. Back to the middle of the park to find Pacho. Pacho. Makiho. Vitinha. Back to Pacho. PSG moving the ball well. Mendes now. Mendes. He got this man in the middle of the park. Then Neves. Mastermind control possession for PSG here at Emirates Stadium. Now, one thing that hasn't happened to Arsenal in a while is to be down early in the Champions League. No one is to know how they respond, especially when facing a big side like PSG. But responding has to come quickly. Where Sheila moving the ball to the same direction where he provided the first assist. This is dangerous for Arsenal. He dribbles into the box and he will win the corner kick for PSG. Corner kick immediately right on the money for PSG. Everybody in the box. He needs to find a header. And Arsenal needs to defend. Dembele waiting. Gonna keep taking. Shot pass rather. And do it with a cross into the box. A clearance, half clearance. Met with a shot by Hakimi. But the shot wasn't good enough. A cross now comes to the box. David Raya with a save. What a dangerous one there for Arsenal. Hakimi with a good cross into the box. Met by Makihos. And that is a narrow escape. If only Makihos was able to place that one better than he did, it would have been devastating. Long ball now into the middle of the park. Martinelli to pick things up for Arsenal. Martinelli will be fouled. It's a free kick that Martinelli is looking to take immediately. Or the referee will call for that to be retaken. And a warning, a shot to Neves for PSG. It's a kind of bullish play there by PSG to run over Martinelli. But the referee finds that to be very, very illegal. That 3% of the football for Arsenal, 67% of the possession for PSG. Does look like Arsenal is not in this game yet. Dembele, the goal scorer, is the only man missing when Arsenal met this side last time. But he's back with a bang. What a fantastic pass from Verashila. And what a fantastic heat by Dembele to get PSG one goal ahead in this one. Verashila in the game against Barcelona. Now another round for PSG. Now it is Garashila with a dribble. He goes into the box and he's looking for a foul in the penalty box. The referee waved that off. Referee waved that off. He's right behind the play, so he's not in doubt when it comes to his vision there. Well, he didn't call that. Very good run there by Varachitla to go straight into the box with a good dribble. Arsenal now look more vulnerable than ever. And game changes quickly. Takes one more goal for Arsenal to completely lose it. And if Arsenal can equalize, it takes all that to change the trajectory of this game as well. It's a foul on Verachila by Timber. Referee giving warning. This is PSG versus Arsenal. Now it does look like a bomb on Verachila in the box. Well, he pulled back. And so there's no reason for Verachila to have gone down in the box. That is That is him looking to find penalty. PSG 1, Arsenal 0 at Emirates. Arsenal back on the ball. PSG chasing after it. Prayer coming from all sides. They're not going to let go. They want to keep the ball. But Arsenal need the ball if they have to make anything happen here. Pacho back on the ball for PSG. Makiho now finds Hakimi. Hakimi threat to Vitinha. Vitinha to Neves. Neves back to Vitinha. Rui now moves the ball straight to the middle of the park. He finds Mendes. Mendes moving the ball for PSG. With Arsenal back on the heels at the moment, chasing the ball, chasing the game. We move past Saka. With PSG keeping the ball, trying to frustrate Arsenal. And Arsenal need to come get the ball if they need it. A few holes. Very, very complete PSG side. And now Partey is missing in the middle of the park for Arsenal. The man is not even available on the bench. It's going to be a difficult selection for Arsenal in this one. Mendes. Bereshil got tackled by Timber. And the referee finds that to be a foul in the end. Bereshil there got his wish. Got a foul on Timber in the end. Seems to have got the ball, but he went through the man from behind. With Gabriel injured, Gabriel only have to watch. Because it cannot be understated that this is one team every Arsenal fans need Arsenal to rise up. Because one story behind these Arsenal team, the final years of Arsene Wenger to handing over to current Aston Villa manager Emery, and now to Mikel Arteta, it's been the same story. Arsenal is unable to finish up when you need them to rise up. Now Arsenal moving the ball well. Very dangerous one period for PSG. Can Arsenal get the right shot but unable? This will be a free kick to PSG, says the referee. I wonder why Declan Rice did not pull the trigger there. Does look like the man who can do that kind of trick from the edge of the box. Well, he went for a pass, rather. With a final clearance coming from Hakimi. Well, it does look like Marino already committed a foul during the process, so the ball was brought back for a free kick to PSG. Ball back to play. Donnarumma. Ball slide through. PSG moving it quickly. Long one down to the middle of the park. Arsenal sees the session in the middle of the park. Moreno now can pass the ball. It finds Saka. Saka now one-on-one with Mendes. Saka let go of the ball, finds Timber. Saka again. Opportunity to cross. He crosses the ball. Kangu. And now Martinelli plays with opportunity to fire another cross. One will have expected him to take a shot. And the PSG now on the ball. Hakimi with a good run, but loses the ball with Skelly losing the ball as well. But legally, says the referee, to be a free kick to Arsenal. Arsenal suddenly are getting the moment of expression in this game. They are now able to get some possession. Might be the time in that game, 23 minutes in the clock now, when PSG relax their momentum. They've been doing all the work. At some point, they're going to get tired out. What can Arsenal do when that happens? Odegaard now planting the free kick. Looking at Merino. Cross-out. In the box with a cross. Cross finally taken with Kiwar header. That amounts to nothing. A free kick take longer than expected, producing no result in the end. Of course, Kiwar is in an offside position. One long one by Donnarumma into the middle of the park for PSG to restart. But Arsenal will seize the opportunity. Odegaard now move it quickly. Found Saka. Saka would dribble. Saka one-on-one with his man, but he's trying to find his way, but ball nicked away in nick of time by Rui. It is a throw to Arsenal. Throw taken by Timber. Odegaard finds a room. And find a cross. Odegaard declarized. Now Saliba goes back to the goalkeeper. Saliba, whose partnership with Gabriel has been astounding. Martinelli found in an offside position. Arsenal cannot let this one sleep away. Cannot let this one sleep away. As it is, PSG is in full control in the first 25 minutes of this game. %70 passes accuracy for Arsenal and 90% for PSG, 44% completed pass for Arsenal and 191 for PSG. With PSG dominating the position on the pass rate. A shot comes in from Vershele. Another save from David Raya was drawn. Does look like a block on the ball may have deflected the strength on that ball. Timber now, who made a block. And now Merino back in the middle of the pack for this one. Martinelli now 1-1 with Hakimi. Goes to Skelly. Skelly pick up Trossard in the middle of the park with a good pass. And Trossard fire one, but then right straight into the hands of the goalkeeper. Straight into the hands of the goalkeeper. Good move, nevertheless, by Arsenal, but they need more of that if they are going to ever change anything in this game. The first half is running away quickly. Odegaard with a header. And Vitinha quickly get the ball out of the crowd, move it to Dembele. PSG seizing the opportunity again in the middle of the park. Dembele founds Rui. Vitinha now. Rui Back to Vitinha. Quick exchange. More exchange between the two. Neves now. Hakimi. Vitinha. Neves. Marquinhos. PSG moving it confidently. Middle of the park. Arsenal back pedaling. Dembele will lose the ball. David Raya. Saliba. Very, very technical move there by Saliba to get away from the crowd. Mountain prayer. Skelly. Saliba. Back to the goalkeeper now. Skelly. Prayer coming from PSG. Arsenal has to play out. And they're finding it difficult as PSG is crowding the whole area. Now, finally, they can move out, but the wrong footing pass. And they lose the ball again. To be a throw, PSG. Arsene Wenger, one of the spectators in Emirates Stadium at the moment. Pacho, PSG. Do it. Back to Mendes. Pacho. Marquinhos. Back to Pacho. Mendes. Long one now to find Verashila. The ball pace is just too much. Catch up with. I said a throw. Finds Odegaard. Odegaard cannot get past Pacho. Ball still in the area. That's in the back on the ball temporarily as PSG get the ball back in the good area. Verashila now with the run. Finds Vitinha. Vitinha pop one through to find Dembele. Dembele in the good area. Can he find a shot? He will try to dribble in the box, but too much time wasted on the ball. But it's still Dembele anyway. Finally, Verashila comes in. A shot taking. With the goalkeeper getting down quickly. Another shot hit the post. As PSG's mountain prayer to find another goal, but it does look like the last shot was met by a player in an offside position. Every time PSG come forward, you will always expect this to happen. It is always a dangerous situation. Well, that shot that was saved by De Gea was actually judged to be a block in his eyesight by someone who is in an offside position. And immediately PSG back on the ball, loses the ball. Merino can retrieve for Arsenal. Now Saliba. Timber now. When PSG is not on the ball, they are always working hard. That is one thing you can be sure of. They chase the ball well. And they are not giving any room away at all. Team back to the throw. Timber finds Trossard. Trossard loses the ball. PSG now makes a run from the middle of the park. Very good run here by Verashila. Goes back to Hakimi. Maki, who's picking up. Now Rui for PSG. Keeping the ball well. Vitinha now. Maki holds. Pacho. Mendes. Dembele. Who drop deep. Dembele. Pacho. Maki holds. The Brazilian find Neves. Hakimi with a run now. Very good run at ease. Now he loses the ball because he couldn't keep it in the frame. Now Martinelli loses the ball again as he was holding it for too long. The same thing happened for him to get the ball back, but it does look like the referee finds that to be an illegal win of the ball from Rui. Yeah, the linesman may have judged that wrongly because it does not look to me that anyone is on the side of David Raya there. And he did make a very good save there. Made a very good save there. PSG will start in the middle of Pacho. Mendes now. Do it. Dembele. And then PSG loses the ball. Timber now to retrieve. But the crowd on him is just amazing to see PSG play this way. How long they can go on like these are some answers. Between hat, pick the ball in the middle of the park. Now PSG with another opportunity to go forward. A long one now from Rui to pick out Doe. Doe now coming from the left wing. 1-on-1 with Timber. Saka will take the ball away. Saka. Finds Timber. Prayer coming immediately from PSG. Saka. Still keeping the ball. Will be fouled. That will be a free kick to Arsenal. David Raya. As Arsenal restart. Declan Rice now. We'll open things up with a run. Bukayo Saka will pick it up. Bukayo Saka now. Finds Martinelli. He will go 1-on-1. Very good dribble. And now still keeping the ball. Skelly to help out. And it does look like another foul for Neves. Arsenal looking at a free kick. It's 36 minutes on the clock. With Arsenal still trailing to an early goal that comes around 10 minutes in this game. I'm sorry, that goal comes around 4 minutes in the game. Not bad. Odegaard now looking at the free kick. One thing you notice now, I said I don't have anybody tall enough at the end of this free kick. You have Trossard, you have Martinelli. I don't see anybody tall enough to put a head through any of the free kick. Long one from David Raya to pick out the run of Declan Rice. Declan Rice finds the ball in a good place, and a tackle comes in. The referee thinks it's fine. Marino is the one in there. And everybody in the crowd would like to argue that they see something. But the referee does not look like he sees anything. That looks like a foul to me. I'm not sure how that will be judged, but that does look like a foul. He clipped the man before he get the ball. I do not see this one going any other way. Neves get in front of the shot taker, but he didn't get the ball before clipping Merino. I'm not sure what is going to happen here, but the VAR will look at this, should look at this. The Arsenal player will be hoping. He quickly get in front of the ball, but the margin between him getting the ball and actually touching the man is very, very, very close. And VAR does look like they agree with the referee in this one. Declan Rice. Bukayo Saka. Saka pop in, dribble one, fires. Well, the ball didn't get past Donnarumma, who is calmly taking care of business for PSG tonight. Long one from Donnarumma, trying to pick out Vershela. Well defended by Arsenal. Bukayo Saka have opportunity to run on the ball. So is Dembele. And Dembele was too slow to the ball and loses that opportunity. Bukayo Saka now plays one for Merino, but Merino is not well shaped to shoot. Finds Bukayo Saka again. Trossard in the area. Bukayo Saka dribbles two and pop one through. And the miss for Merino or Martinelli, so to say. That was one opportunity for Arsenal to level. And a very, very good cross. It wouldn't have count. Martinelli head is in an offside position by the time the cross was taken anyway. What a let up. What a beast. It's all from positioning. It's 40 minutes on the clock. 40 minutes on the clock. Arsenal still trailing to Dembele's 4th minutes goal. That's exact game plan for PSG, which they carried out swiftly. Get the early goal and constitute nuisance throughout the rest of the game. And it's going very much according to plan. And if Arsenal need to do anything, they have to make sure they get on the ball, which is very difficult at the moment as PSG is all over the place. David Raya now looking at the free kick for Arsenal. Free kick taken, long one in the box. And now very good opportunity for Arsenal. David Donnarumma with a save there to keep things out. It is Trossard with an opportunity there to open things up for Arsenal. Donnarumma, very, very tall guy. Wouldn't let that get past him. Throw to Arsenal. Declan Rice. Team back. Goes back to find Saliba. Saliba goes to the goalkeeper. Ball back to Saliba. Goalkeeper fires one long one to find Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka need to run faster to beat Mendes here. And Bukayo Saka will have fouled Mendes along getting that ball. The assistant referee will judge. After that, building from the middle of the park, loses the ball, almost getting themselves exposed again. Dembele was late to the run. Verashile now moving the ball, but quickly taken away by Skelly. Skelly will move the ball towards the middle of the park, but fouled at the end of the day. It is Hakimi foul, and he gets himself a yellow card for that effort. Arsenal's free kick. Sports 3, precisely 44 minutes on the clock. PSG leading, Arsenal trailing by 1 goal. It's a tiny margin, to say the least. The game is still very much open for anyone at this moment, but PSG will be the happy one at this point in time. Declan Rice. Odegaard. Pick one up and a pull on the shot there by PSG. Skelly finds his way through, and he found Martinelli in a good area. Martinelli with a shot, but that was well saved by Donnarumma. That was one-on-one with Donnarumma, but he couldn't find the back of the net, Martinelli. And that was one golden opportunity for Arsenal. What a good save from the big man. Going down quickly. He read the ball well. He know exactly where Martinelli will be going. And he get down quickly for a save. It turned out to be a good save. Ball out of touch to be a throw for PSG. And that will be the end of the first half. As it is now, PSG in a good position. The storm is here. PSG is taking the ride. And Arsenal chasing the game. Unfortunately for Mikel Arteta, man, they are chasing the game. But fortunately for them, they still have 45 minutes to go in this game to change the trajectory of the game. Let's see what happens in the second half as the first half now come to an end with PSG taking the lead, early lead, 4 minutes, goal by Dembele, who is missing in the first encounter with Arsenal. But he's back in the game. He's back with the banger. And I will be with you at the Peckins of the second half.
News FM for news and entertainment sounds pretty good to me. OGM News FM for news and entertainment sounds pretty good to me. For news and entertainment sounds pretty good to me.
Rogers moving the ball quickly on the back of Ramsey, and the shot comes in. Blocked. Another attempt. Now it's seated. And what is making the three for Aston Villa? It's making the three for Aston Villa. What is going on with young boys? What is going on? What is going on? But then you cannot question the way Aston Villa is playing at the moment.
If you are not part of the Football Commentary Live show, you are missing. Catch up with every football action in Europe. It is Football League Fest on OGMNewsFC.com.
Down. And Arsenal responds. Bukayo Saka now moving the ball quickly on the byline. Cross comes in the long one to find Martinelli. What can Martinelli do here? 1-on-1 with Kyle Walker. Cross comes in. A swing of the foot by Kai Havertz. Well defended by Man City to clear that one.
OGMNewsFC.com, final destination for a football story. Football League Fest. Truly unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
News FM for news and entertainment. Sounds pretty good to me. OGM News FM for news and entertainment. Sounds pretty good to me. For news and entertainment. Sounds pretty good to me.
Rogers moving the ball quickly on the back of Ramsey, and the shot comes in. Blocked. Another attempt. Now it's seated. And Watkins making the three for Aston Villa. It's making the three for Aston Villa. What is going on with young boys? What is going on? What is going on? But then you cannot question the way Aston Villa is playing at the moment.
If you are not part of the Football Commentary Live show, you are missing. Catch up with every football action in Europe. It is Fall League Fest on OGMNewsFC.com.
Down. Can Arsenal respond? Bukayo Saka now moving the ball quickly on the byline. Cross comes in the long one to find Martinelli. What can Martinelli do here? One-on-one with Kyle Walker. Cross comes in. A swing of the forward by Kai Havertz. Well defended by Man City to clear that one.
OGMNewsFC.com, final destination for football story. Football League Fest. Truly unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
All right. What are we looking at from the first half of this game? We're looking at Arsenal chasing the game. And PSG in good control, but not great control. Yeah, but they want to be where they are right now with Dembele's goal at 4th minute. And quickly, the stats is really suggesting that Dembele might be in better control than we imagine. But let's look at the possession. 59.9 possession, 59.9% of the possession for PSG and 40.1% of the possession for Arsenal. And shot taken by PSG is 6 and Arsenal is 5. And shot on target 4 on each side. Touches in the box, 12 touches for PSG in Arsenal's box. And Arsenal has 12 touches in PSG's box. So they are level when it comes to touches in each other's box. Goalkeeper saves for Donnarumma, and David Reyes make 3 saves in this game, with Donnarumma doing most of the job, even though PSG is very loud in possession. Now, when it comes to foul, 11 for Arsenal, 8 for PSG. And corner kick taken, 1 on each side. So looking at the shot off target is 1 on each side. Blocked shot, 1 for PSG and none for Arsenal. Attempt out of the box, 2 for PSG and 1 for Arsenal in the first half. And total offside call, 1 each side. And of course, defensive area, 3 tackles made by Arsenal, whereas PSG made 14 tackles. Now that is a good story for PSG. Means they are well not going to yield when it comes to losing the possession of the ball. Now, tackle 1, 6 for PSG and 2 for Arsenal. And then foul committed is 11 for Arsenal and 8 for PSG in the first half. Total yellow cards is 3 for this game, 2 for Arsenal and 1 for PSG. Total clearance made by PSG is 9 and 2 for Arsenal. Headed clearance is 4 out of that and 1 for Arsenal, 4 for PSG. Dual 1 is 29 for PSG and 22 for Arsenal. Goalkeeper save, as we said earlier, is 4 for PSG and 3 for Arsenal. Diving saves is 1, and 3 times David Raya has to dive to make a save. save shot from inside the box. Inside the box saves is 3 on each side. So now these two teams did made attempts to actually take control of the game. 3 shots inside the box. That says a lot. That says a lot about the attack from each other. But that says more about the goalkeeper. The two goalkeeper are right on the game at this point in time. They are really making their statement clear. And it doesn't look like any one of them is going to blink yet, even though Arsenal is chasing the game, but they're still very much in a very good area to get back on track if they want to. Now, the game is about to kick off for the second half, and the referee is getting things sorted out now for the second half of this game to kick off. Kickoff. Second half. Arsenal on the ball. From early stage, it does look like a foul on Merino by Rui. Got elbow up that caught Merino in the. Is this going to be another free kick that magically opened things up? As Arsenal looking at a free kick. This one is way, way out. It's not just out, it's farther from where anything spectacular can happen. It is a free kick, and it is Declan Rice who is lining it up. Donnarumma, watch out, because this is the man who did all the damage to Real Madrid. Declan Rice with a free kick now. He goes in with a cross and a header and a goal. Merino, who was fouled, got at the end of the free kick with a header. And Arsenal back level in this game. Now we have a game in our hands. The game plan, I do not understand what this is with the set pieces that Arsenal is playing. It looks like everyone else is offside, but the only person who gets the head on the ball is onside. It's a very good game plan, and it settles well as Arsenal get their first goal in this game, but it's going to be coming down to a VAR check for offside position. I suspect that definitely the crowd that came from offside position was just too much, and it might be difficult to pick out who is who that was offside. This is coming down to a check. It does look like this goal is at risk at the moment. All of the Arsenal shot coming from that position. And Merino, who got at the end of the ball, seriously For the life of me, I don't see a sense in what Arsenal is doing with these set piece. Every one of the Arsenal's men in an offside position and then run in towards the ball. That don't make any sense to me. Because now you get a goal, but the goal is definitely at risk of being ruled for offside. Because I think Marino is in an offside position. Still waiting for that final decision. Very, very nervous end of the Arsenal fan. Well, the goal is ruled out. It's offside. It's offside. And that is what I think every one of the red shirt coming in. But Marino did not match level with the offside call. It's not the type of thing you want to see when you are down 1 goal at home. If you really want to convert set piece, and it will be a very early goal for Arsenal, but that one will out. We're back in play. Arsenal now with the ball. And immediately PSG get back on it. Wonderful play there. Goal ruled offside for Arsenal. Jordan Neves now pick up a yellow card for his effort for PSG. David Raya going in for this free kick in the Arsenal's half. Ball, free kick taken, a long one into the box. And the cushion down now for the man, and shot taken by Trossard. Blocked. A handball appeal in the box as PSG get a block on that shot again. Finally, here the call for the assistant referee is a throw for PSG. With possession now cut down to 57% for PSG. And an upward trajectory for Arsenal to 43% of the possession. It's a throw for PSG again. Luis Enrique, man, are actually where they want to be before a second leg kickoff at PSG. Mendy looking at a throw. A block. And Arsenal now with opportunity with Trossard. Ball out of touch. It will be a throw to Arsenal. Matijos. Do it. For PSG. Moving in quickly to the middle of the park. Hakimi now. Dot. And he dribbles. He finds the room at the edge of the box. Can he find the dribble? But ball was finally blocked. But Arsenal loses the ball again in the good area for PSG. Declan Rice now can run with the ball. Finds Trossard. Ball back from Trossard is really bad. couldn't find his target. Arsenal still chasing the ball. 9 minutes into the second half. And of course, 54 minutes into the game. Bandit finds Vitinha. Rui. Ball back to Hakimi. Vitinha. Vitinha again. Keeping the ball in the middle of the park. Finds Hakimi. Dembele now. Crowded. He has the ball. PSG back in control in the middle of the park with possession. Marquinhos finds Hakimi. Dembele now. And ball track to Dua. But David Raya with a quick intervention to rescue Arsenal. With a relief, and Saliba will restart the run. Timber now. Declan Rice. Declan Rice still. And he found Trossard in a good area. Can Arsenal find the shot? And opportunity. It is saved by Donnarumma, who went down quickly. That shot was goal bound. But Donnarumma had other ideas. What a save. And what a run from Arsenal. What is good shot at the end of the day for the Arsenal man, Trossard. But Donnarumma was just upstanding so far in this game. Wasn't going to let that pass him by. A corner kick for Arsenal. Bukayo Saka hoping to take one into the box. Corner kick taken, find a header, a redrive into the box. And ball one in the box. But a good clearance, nevertheless, by Arsenal. The referee thinks winning the ball is illegal, though. A key wall tackle there was judged to be illegal, given PSG a free kick. Two fantastic saves so far for Donnarumma in this game. Not minding the fact that all the saves, but two that are basically one-on-one, and he kept it out. Saka now with opportunity to run out the ball. Timber moving the ball on the byline. He can find Saka. Saka can shoot, but it does look like the tackle comes in. The referee thinks the tackle was okay. Another opportunity goes begging for Arsenal. The nick of time, Rui taking the ball away from Bukayo Saka there before he pulled the trigger. He pulls the trigger. Trossard now. Arsenal retrieve. Kiwa. A long one now to find the run of Martinelli. Martinelli has to be the one winning the race here. But PSG dealt with that. Marquinhos, Rui almost losing his footing. Doe with a good turning, but it turned into trouble. Skelly now to take a free kick for Arsenal. Skelly winning a free kick. Does look like a pullback on Skelly there. Declan Rice positioning the free kick. And the long one now to find Bukayo Saka. He controls the ball well. Bukayo Saka finds Timber. Timber with a run on the byline. He will cross the ball. And the opportunity goes back in again. Hakimi will lash on it. A counter-attack opportunity for PSG. Stopped by Skelly. Dembele wins one for Hakimi. Pacho. Vitinha. Dembele now. Opportunity at the edge of the box. He finds Hakimi in a good area. What a good block there. Hakimi is in on goal. I say that now. Get the opportunity to keep the ball well. What a nice, fine, last-ditch tackle from Saliba to get the ball away from Hakimi, who was getting ready to pull the trigger. Partey. Helpless Partey. The Ghanaian only have to watch. As he cannot do anything to help his team. Total attempts so far now is 8 for Arsenal. And 6 for PSG. On target is 6-4. Pacho. Makihos. Makihos, the longest serving PSG player in this team. Doe keeping the ball well. Has to be fouled to stop the run. Fantastic run from Doe. He's capable of doing magic from the back. And that takes a very huge foul from Marino to stop him. 18 minutes into the second half. 62 minutes into the game. The time is running out fast, but it is PSG with opportunity here. Arsenal dealt with it. Martinelli could not keep the ball. Trossard to save the day. Arsenal loses the ball, almost latched on by Dembele in a good area. That would have been devastating for Arsenal if Dembele get the ball in that area. Declan Rice. Trossard. Trossard now. Control the ball well. Trossard. On the prayer, but did well to keep the ball. Declan Rice. Timber now. Arsenal seeing more of the ball in this second half. Bukayo Saka now. 1-on-1 with Mendes. Finds Odegaard. Odegaard thread one through. Arsenal lost the ball in the good area, but the lackadaisical attitude of PSG might put them in trouble here. Vitinha to save the day, to take the ball away. Mendes now. Dembele. Dua. Hakimi now. Who found Vitinha. Vitinha. Neves. Mendes. Back to Pacho. PSG keeping the ball well. Makihos. They have to take their time with the ball. Because at this point, they are in good position even though it's narrow. Pacho finds Mendes. Skelly. David Raya with a long ball, more or less a clearance. It's not a pass. It's just trying to get away from trouble. Vitinha. Kimi. Pacho. Mendes now. I send a mountain prayer. Can he pay his off? Ball goes out of touch. To be a throw to Arsenal. Opportunity is still very much available, but the happy fans on these particular stadium on this night is PSG fans singing their heart out. Or back to the goalkeeper, David Raya. Is a PSG time to win this. They're going to go all the way. Long one now from David Raya to find Saka with a good control from Saka. Saka now 1-on-1 with Mendes. Pop one to find Odegaard. Odegaard dribbles. Spread one cross to find Merino. Merino with a cross. And cross well dealt with by PSG. To be a throw to Arsenal. Declan Rice. But left for Martinelli. Skelly to recover. David Raya. Saliba now. Saliba. To Odegaard. Back to the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper. We found Skelly. Skelly with a run in the middle of the park. He's looking for a ball good enough for Saka. Saka now need to turn around and find his man, but they found the wrong man. PSG back on the ball. There's straight left. Vitinha. Makihos. Hakimi now for PSG. Dembele, the goal scorer, the only goal so far in this game. Dembele will turn around magically. He's running out his man. Hakimi goes back to Makihos. Makihos, he perhaps the oldest player on this team. The Brazilian have put in the shift. He's playing alongside David Silva. Ball David Silva deported to Chelsea. Donnarumma now with the long ball. that finds no target. Throw to Arsenal. Very, very worried bench for Arsenal. Kelly. Dembele foul. And just this weekend, the Arsenal ladies beat Olympiacos Lyon 4-1 in Champions League semi-final to get to final now to face Barcelona. The men's side of the team tonight is looking to do exactly the same, but the first game, the ladies too was lost by Arsenal. That was a away loss, which they had to recover on the second leg. But this one might not be a good story unless Arsenal is able to change this game from here. Wonderful play. No nonsense play by PSG. Cut them open from the start. And here we are. One goal down, Arsenal. Dembele is out, substituted to be replaced by Bacola. Does look like Timber now. He's on his way out as well. Likely to be substituted by White. He was injured briefly, but it does look like he's coming back. Timber. De Vrea. Kick things going. Timber now back on the ball. Saliba. Muzzle through. Miles Kelly. Saliba. Timber now. Kyle Saka. Odegaard. Crossed. Martinelli. Martinelli with a cross. Met a header for the clearance. Declaration Rusaku. Saliba. He walked on Saliba. Saliba. On Saka. Timber rider. Cross that. Arsenal getting more of the ball now. The edge of PSG box. What they do with it is what really matters. Martinelli to the edge of the box again. Skelly. Kiwall. Now Declarize. Odegaard. Bounce Timber. Timber ways across, and then goes to Odegaard. Odegaard finally cross the ball. Donnarumma out to save that one to the rescue. As PSG is still keeping the lead. Very, very narrow lead. Arsenal back on the ball. David Raya. Long one now, David Raya. Looks like Timber kept it in, but kept it in for the opponent. And a long one from the middle of the park from PSG to beat David Raya. Very, very ambitious from Varashelia. Trying to beat David Raya from the middle of the park. Trying to score a once in a blue moon goal. A far on crossed. Arsenal's free kick in their own half. Long one now finds Timber. Timber have opportunity to find Scott Saka, and that he does. They have to exchange the ball play, especially when they are in poor position. But it does look like all the PSG blue shirt is back. Skelly now. You all. Saka. Timber now. Saka. Arsenal looking for that room. Ball well tackled by Mendes. Hakimi on the other side will pick the run. Difference between these two now still kept in that narrow margin of 1 goal lead to PSG. Some of you who are following from the OGM News FC or that Facebook page, this is our main page. We advise and encourage, and please follow and hit notification bell for future games, and also join our YouTube page as well. It's the same name on all platforms. OG News FC is the same name on all platforms. OGM News FC. We all football news. Lately, we reported on Sunday, Remo of Ogun State won the Nigerian Premier League. A very, very long wait of winning for any team from the western part of Nigeria. They claimed the Premier League with one narrow margin in the last game. Arsenal now find itself in the box. Saka now. Saka with a dribble. Saka finds the shot. And Donnarumma with a save. And offside flag goes up anyway. It wouldn't have counted. Arsenal asking questions, now knocking on the door more than ever to open their chances up. Even if PSG wins tonight, unless the margin increase, it's still not a by the way game. It is still anybody's game. Even at this stage, even they have to go to PSG for the second leg. But PSG now have an opportunity. Very good run here. It is opportunity for PSG to make it to a shot taken, but way, way above everybody. The shot from Rui. Arsenal live line about to fizzle out, but Rui could not keep the ball down. Could not keep the ball well target. And Arsenal's lifeline still very much on. And around now for Arsenal to run at PSG. Slow pace of the ball. Let everybody back. Because Arsenal. Arsenal will need more than just rolling around with the ball. They need to move forward quickly. QR. Martinelli. Martinelli has become an ever-presence. He crosses the ball now into the box. Can he find the header? And the clearance, rather. The clearance is good. It finds Rui, and the move for PSG to go the other direction. Neves. In between the indecision. Finally goes to Pacho. Maquijos. Finds Hakimi. Hakimi well controlled. Finds Neves. Neves runs with the ball. Rui. Very good one. A good run for Karashile. He goes into the box. He fires one, but way above everybody. Into the stand. David Raya quickly positioned the ball as we are now getting close to the end of these first round, first leg. And PSG taking the lead, deservedly lead, even though narrow. It is 80 minutes on the clock, 10 minutes to go to the end of the regulation time. David Raya with a long ball, trying to find Bukayo Saka. The ball loose now for PSG to pounce on it. Mendes now goes back to Donnarumma, the goalkeeper. Maquijos now pick up the piece. Goes back to Pajo. 96.34 distance kilometer run for Arsenal. 92.12 for PSG. As Arsenal now is getting ready to make that change. Gonzalo Ramos for Doet. But Arsenal now is about to replace Timber, I suspect, with White getting ready. Odegaard, quick exchange with Declan Rice. Arsenal moving well in the middle of the park with Odegaard running all the way through. He finds Keywall. Keywall releases the ball to Martinelli. Martinelli finds Odegaard. Saliba getting involved. Kelly now. .84 minutes on the clock. Very, very loud Emirates Stadium. But unfortunately for Arsenal fans, the noise is coming from the wrong place. The jubilation is coming from the wrong crowd. The celebration is coming from the wrong end of the football stadium. With PSG still keeping the ball. Maquijos. Long one now, trying to find the run of Bacola. Bacola controls the ball well. A shot taken and almost finds the back of the net. What a miss for PSG to make it 2. And what a good pass. It was judged to be onside. And he found himself one-on-one with David Raya. The shots did not see it. Oh, yeah, the offside call in the end, as predicted. Bukayo Saka now receiving the free kick. Arsenal now is now or never. Bukayo Saka almost picked out by Odegaard. Ball couldn't get on the end of the ball quickly. With Hakimi now on the other side to run at the ball, but they will foul Skelly in attempt to get the ball. Arsenal keeping the ball well. Long one now from Declan Rice to find Saka. Saka attempt to dribble. Blocked. Quick throw taken by Saka. Long ball now from Trossard to find Martinelli. Martinelli goes into the box, but he will be fouled at the edge of the box. Says the referee. A foul by Hakimi. Hakimi has to be very careful here. I think the referee is only being lenient. He's already on yellow card. Hakimi has to be very careful. Arsenal's looking at a free kick at the edge of the box. In a dangerous place. Far wide out, but still very dangerous. PSG quickly sought out to rest Dembele at this point of the game. That may be a way to manage him to be able to face Arsenal in the second leg, because they do need him if they have to finally dispatch Arsenal. And that would mean that PSG have dispatched every English club in this year's Champions League, something that has never happened before in the Champions League for PSG. It's a new achievement if they happen to dispatch Arsenal. That, like no other, will be the only achievement expected for anybody to win the Champions League. But we're still looking at the second leg of 90 minutes. Even if this night ends the way it is a narrow lead, they cannot afford to rest on their laurel. But at least they have an opportunity to go and do more of the same in front of their own fans. A full stadium, that will be a very big challenge for Arsenal. That will be. Neves now being replaced by Emery for PSG, sorry. Declan Rice. Skelly. Juan Saliba is now or never. White goes to the goalkeeper. Long ball from the goalkeeper to find Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka redirect the ball back in, but only to find himself out of position. Throw to Arsenal. Waneri now getting ready to come in for Arsenal. Waneri will be coming in to replace Odegaard. Another very important part of Arsenal's team, Odegaard, finding his way out, unable to make impact. 90 minutes already complete, 5 minutes extra time added. So Arsenal only have 5 minutes left to ask questions here. Skelly, Kiwa, Saliba, Saka. Long ball trying to find Martinelli. Hakimi dealt with it. Throw to Arsenal. Skelly to throw. Kiwa. Back to the goalkeeper, David Raya. Found Saliba now. Arsenal has to change the trajectory of this first leg, but by no means the show is over. It's not over yet, even if the game stays this way at the end of the first leg. What Arsenal is going to do in the second leg is left to them. They still have 90 minutes to ask more questions, regardless of where the game is played. David Raya. Saliba. White. Turns to his goalkeeper. Goalkeeper with a long one now to find Bukayo Saka. Control lost. PSG back in possession. Donnarumma kick one high. Out of touch. To be a throw to Arsenal. 2 minutes outspent from the 5 minutes extra time added. Arsenal wins the ball in the good area. An opportunity for Arsenal. It will be now or never, but the shot left Martinelli's foot into the stand. What a mistake from the back there for PSG. A rare mistake. Something that has never happened all night. Suddenly they made that huge mistake. It goes to show that Arsenal miss the presence of Partey in the middle of the park. Unfortunately, he has to watch on because he put himself in this situation anyway by getting himself a yellow card in the last encounter with Real Madrid, and he cannot feature in this one. But the one-game ban is now over, and he can feature in the next game if he successfully carried through without injury. Arsenal asking one last question. Waneri loses the ball in a good area, but immediately Declan Rice wins the ball back. Declan Rice still. Good turn. Martinelli driving through one-on-one. Martinelli still unable to get past Hakimi. He made that effort to get through, but unable to get past. Very agitated Arsenal fans watching on. Very nervous Arsenal fans. It's not over yet. That is what Arsenal we keep telling themselves, but it's over for this first leg, more or less. 1 minute to go, but Arsenal has one last chance from a corner kick. One last chance to come back level before the second leg. They know they're meeting a very much different PSG tonight. A cross comes in from Declan Rice, and it looks like the goalkeeper may have got one badly there. From his effort. Donnarumma did managed to save the day, more or less. And the referee, at any moment from now, will be looking to put an end to Arsenal's misery here in the first leg of this one. Yes, the game is over for the first round. The storm is not over yet because there will be a second round at PSG. It is a date, and it is going to be a Wednesday of next week. And we meet again at PSG, where Arsenal have their last chance to ask questions and ask a real big question into staying in this competition, or else the journey is over from there. Arsenal don't want to be in that particular stage where at the end of the day, the story we are telling is Arsenal coming off with an empty hand for the whole season. They lose this one, they'll be looking to give it a go at the second leg. But by no means, that is not going to be an easy game because PSG would definitely rise up. They know they have to get past Arsenal if they have to lay a claim to winning the Champions League. But at this point in time, I want you to go ready because we will throw out a game for you to predict who is going to win these season's Champions League. It is going to be a game that has a reward. You go prepared. We're going to throw out the question. The question is already out. All you have to do is predict. And at the end of the Champions League final, whoever comes to win this Champions League, it doesn't matter what team you predict. Out of the 4 teams in the semis right now, your prediction is open from now on to tell us what team is going to win this Champions League, how you're going to submit your answer, how you're going to submit your polling. We send it out, and definitely we will look at who is going to be winning the prediction, and we will look at a reward, and it's going to be open for some certain countries because we're looking at if we are going to be shipping out reward, we need to be at vicinities of places where we can reach people. Unfortunately, people are hearing of from around the world, but we cannot reach everyone around the world, especially with tariffs flying back and forth everywhere at the moment. Right, this is OGM News, flagging the head of this game, and it will be the pickings of the second round of this game. But tomorrow is another day of this special event, and tomorrow will be another game of Champions League football. But tomorrow definitely we will be sitting here to witness a game between, in the Champions League, a game between Barcelona versus Inter Milan in the second semi-final, first leg that will be taken on in Bernabeu. See you then in that game. And thank you very much, everybody, for watching. Thank you for all your contributions, and I really appreciate. And it's Football League Fest, always unbeatable on Football League Fest. The storm is not over yet. Second leg, PSG own venue. That's right. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. See you next.
Rogers moving the ball quickly on the back of Ramsey, and the shot comes in. Block. Another attempt. Now it's seated. And what is making the 3 for Aston Villa? It's making the 3 for Aston Villa. What is going on with your boys? What is going on? What is going on? But then you cannot question the way Aston Villa is playing at the moment.
If you are not part of the Football Commentary Live show, you are missing. Catch up with every football action in Europe. It is Football League Fest on OGMNewsFC.com.
Down. Can Arsenal respond? Bukayo Saka now moving the ball quickly on the byline. Cross comes in the long one to find Martinelli. What can Martinelli do here? One-on-one with Kyle. Cross comes in. A swing of the forward by Kai Havertz. Well defended by Man City to clear that one.
OGMNewsFC.com, final destination for a football story. Football League Fest. Truly unbelievable.